Welcome to the High Level Entrepreneur, a podcast with me, Joella Skog. In today's episode, I want to talk about the fact that I am launching a vlog series, and I wanted to take you a little bit behind the scenes on why I'm doing this, how this idea came about, and what my feelings are around being so personal in a vlog series like this. And I also want you to hopefully take away a little bit of inspiration behind what parts of you that you want to show in your personal brand and what parts of you that you don't want to show in your personal brand. So I recently, today actually, while I'm recording this, I officially launched my vlog series. All right. It's called the Radically Aligned Entrepreneur because radical alignment is one of my core values, and it's one of the core values that I also mentor my clients from. So what does radical alignment mean? Well, it means that you are willing to make radical choices in your life in order to feel aligned and feel like you are running an aligned business. All right. It means making decisions that doesn't make sense to other people but makes total sense to you. It means making decisions that sometimes in the short run doesn't look like success, but in the long run actually generates more success for you, because what is aligned, what is meant for you is precisely what is going to bring you the success that you desire. But it might not happen in this exact way that you expect it to. It might not happen the exact time frame that you want to control it within. But radical alignment for me means that it does not mean to hold back. It doesn't mean to pause. It doesn't mean to be scared. I think alignment and intuition wants us to step into being the best possible, greatest, most capable version of ourselves. And I think making choices that look good to other people but doesn't feel aligned to you is precisely what actually holds you back from more success. It holds you back from stepping into your full power. And alignment also feels like harmony. It makes scaling your business feel easier, more effortless. And it's not because it doesn't require effort, but because it feels effortless. Because alignment is harmony and it's flow. And when you're out of alignment, you're not in harmony, you're out of flow and you're pushing instead of being in that flow state. So that's what radical alignment is to me. And I thought that it was such a good theme for this vlog series because I wanted some overarching theme for me to go back to and refer back to, because radical alignment isn't something you just kind of finish. It's not something where, all right, I'm an aligned person and then period, I'm done with my life. It basically means that you can find alignment and you can fall out of alignment. You can make aligned decisions 90% of the time, and then 10% of the time you allow your ego to make the decisions or you allow fear to make the decisions. So I see it as this process and this lifestyle of always, making an effort to choose alignment and living in accordance with alignment. And that could mean, sometimes it's painful. Sometimes it could mean, leaving people behind that can't come with you on that journey. Sometimes it can mean changing your niche because it's uncomfortable, because you don't feel aligned with doing that old niche, or changing your ideal clients, or closing down a successful offer that was successful but doesn't feel like the right thing to do moving forward. It could mean anything to you, and it can be painful, it can be joyful, but in the end, it's putting you on the right path, and it's putting you on the path towards abundance and flow and success and amazing people in your life and a better life, basically. So that's why I wanted to have this theme of radical alignment in my vlog series. So this idea came about quite a long time ago, actually. And it was my friend Michaela that originally brought me this idea to do some kind of documentary vibe series. And then I kind of felt like, you know what? I'm not so great on camera when other people are behind the camera. Like, I don't know if I want someone to truly like follow me around. But I did kind of think like, how can I take this idea and make it like easier for me to execute and feel more comfortable doing? And then I realized, well, what if it was like a vlog? What if it was a vlog series? And the reason why this idea really came about originally is because this podcast is very popular. Not in terms of the lists, maybe, but the type of clients that I want to work with, like my ideal clients and all of my clients inside my spaces, like the majority of them listen to my podcast. And the majority of them actually binged my podcast before they came to me. So I know that everything I'm talking about on this podcast like really aligns with my ideal client. And I knew that what if I was able to go deeper? Like, what if I was able to bring you into real time while I'm making these decisions, while I'm doubting myself or my decisions, when I'm, going to Stockholm, hosting events, when I'm like reflecting on something in the middle of the evening. And like, you can always do that on Instagram stories and stuff like that, but it's short form content. And I've never felt like I was at my best self in short form content because like you're just supposed to comprise everything you want to say in such a short time. And I felt like I have more to say, and I want, like, personally also, like, I don't follow a lot of vloggers, but the few people that I do follow, I just love seeing a new vlog and sit down and just focus on this vlog. Like getting my cup of coffee, sitting down in my couch and watching someone's vlog. And that's what I'm visualizing that you are going to do. Like you're going to grab a cup of coffee, it's the afternoon, light a candle and just watch my vlog. Or you're eating breakfast in the morning and you're watching my vlog at the same time. Like that's how I personally like to consume videos. And like personally, I've myself gotten a little bit tired of listening to endless masterclasses, endless trainings, and people talking for hours and hours on end. And it just feels like there's so much information, there's so much knowledge that I'm supposed to consume. And it's not that it isn't relevant or interesting. And I've had like hundreds and hundreds of people sign up to each and every one of my master classes. And I've always like seen success with that. And I'm not going to say that I'm never going to do that again. I now kind of crave to do it again. But I just kind of felt like everyone's doing trainings, everyone's doing master classes, like everyone's doing it. And people are getting a little bit tired of them. Like people are signing up, but we're seeing fewer and fewer people. Like the show up rate in the industry is much lower than it used to be. And so if you have a webinar and you think like, oh, is it normal that, only let's say 15 to 20% of the people that signed up came? Yes, these days that's normal. In the past, you could count on like 40% showing up live. So we are seeing fewer and fewer people actually showing up live, even though they are usually watching the recording. But I just feel like, I don't know, intuitively, I just think that people are craving more depth. And they love, sure, the webinars are great, but they want to see in real time how those people do the things that they're teaching people about. Because I see it as like the masterclass and the training, that's the finished product, right? Like that's the finished product of everything you learned, everything you did or have helped clients do or whatever it is. Like that's the finished product. But in the end, like, you have a whole process you go on before you get to that point where you have something to teach people, right? And I personally have been looking for like entrepreneur vloggers, and I haven't really found it. Like, I haven't found it. I found a lot of YouTube videos explaining to me how to do this, how to do that, how, like, there's a lot of how-tos. And I'm not so interested in the how-to. Like, if I actually want to learn something for real, honestly, I'm going to do one or two things. I'm either going to go to ChatGPT and ask, or I'm going to actually hire a true expert who can do it for me, or tell me how to do it, or take a course to improve. Like, I'm the kind of person, either I'm gonna go like all in, like, let's learn this skill, let's do this, or let's implement this in my business, or I'm going to talk to AI. Like, that's the truth of it all. Like, I'm not gonna watch an hour-long video telling me how to do something that I can learn like very easily through AI. And the only reason why I really watch trainings and masterclasses is just inspiration and energy. Like, when I feel like, I want that, like, I want to listen to someone that inspires me, then I go in and listen. But I'm not necessarily going in because I want to learn something. Actually, like, I even will invest in people, mentors, programs, like, not really to learn something, but just to like learn from their beingness, if that makes sense. Like, I want to learn from people by watching them be. So sometimes I'm listening to webinars, masterclasses to learn from how they are being, like, not what they're saying, but how they're being. And that's why I've hired mentors, coaches, just to have conversations. Like, I want to learn from their beingness, from their decision-making process, like, not from the facts that they have or the knowledge they have. So basically, I did like feel like I've been looking for this, right? And I wanted to see it, but I haven't really seen it. Haven't really seen people do vlogs in that sense. And I think it makes sense because it's quite vulnerable. It's quite personal. And it's like very unpolished. So while I've been filming these vlogs, the January vlog and February vlog are out, and there's going to be one every month for the rest of the year. And while I've been filming them, like, it's kind of hard sometimes to get motivation to even get a camera in your face in the moment when you don't feel like you're on, right? And it also kind of, you're also not used to the format. Like, I am actually impressed by real vloggers now, how they think about content. They want to film their surroundings. Like, there's a lot of creativity that goes into it, but I'm actually excited to improve my vlogging. I think it's okay now. I think the content itself is good, but I think I can probably improve the format, like how I film. And I'm excited to do that, actually. I'm very excited to do that. And I just also love the idea of telling a longer story, like truly taking you behind the scenes. And sometimes it's very lighthearted. Sometimes it's just like, I just hosted an event in Stockholm. This is what we did. This is how I feel about it. And sometimes it's me going like deeper, and sometimes being very personal, both in terms of like my own thinking and reflections, similar to what you see here, but more in real time. And sometimes it's like sharing like personal things about me, which is also not the most comfortable space for me to be in. But the thing is, and my clients, when I announced this to them yesterday, they were like, wow, I'm so excited, but this is so brave. Like, you're so brave for doing this. Like, this is amazing, but you're so brave. And I think I am, because it is uncomfortable. But the thing is, when I'm uncomfortable with something, when I feel like, no, I don't want to do that, I don't know, how I feel about that. That's also that also excites me. Like that also makes me feel like, there's something here. Like maybe I should do that. Maybe I actually should do it because I am uncomfortable with it. Because I am questioning. Like I am wondering, like, this is a different side of me. This is a different part of me. What if people don't enjoy it? What if people don't like it? Like you do go into those thoughts, right? And that's, interesting because it kind of like you are allowing yourself to be rejected. Like you're allowing, the more you show of yourself on social media, the more sides you show of yourself, the more like close to your heart it becomes, the more you're allowing yourself to be rejected and feel rejected, right? And I think I've been so much in my comfort zone with that because there's so much I don't mind at all that people don't agree with me or they don't like me or whatever. Like it really, really doesn't matter. But like then you push yourself a little bit to an edge where you're like, okay, this is actually uncomfortable. Like showing up in a vlog format is uncomfortable for me. I feel like I'm inviting people in a space that to me is quite private. Like sitting like this in front of you in my office and focusing on a specific topic of the day, of the week, or, posting on social media, preparing the post, like that's not real time. Like that's, it's not that everything is prepared. I don't prepare a lot, but it's more like it's still like fitting into a format. It's fitting into the space. And the vlog format for me, it's going to be a little bit all over the place. It's going to be sometimes one way, sometimes another way. And, in the January vlog, you came behind the scenes at the event I'm hosting. Like you came with me to my hotel room. And you're also like joining me while I'm on my couch reflecting and talking about things. And like, it's quite intimate is what I want to say. But the reason why I wanted to do it is because the thought of doing this actually excited me. Like it excites me more to do something like this than just doing a masterclass or quarterly masterclasses, right? And doing something new that I don't see other people doing also excites me because I've always like loved innovating. I've always looked 3 years ahead and been able to see what's going to happen, basically. Ever since I started my career in social media and digital marketing and back in the day in the corporate world, like I could always see where things were going and like trying to push the business to go towards that direction and understand that this is what's going on. And when I started my consultancy business and I started explaining to people like TikTok is the new social media channel, like this is a marketing place, and people disagreed with me, like I feel like I tend to see things. I think it's intuition. I think it's pattern recognition. Like there's something that I usually collect like the patterns, and then I know something like where we're heading, where we're going. And a lot of the time I've been quite right with that. And I think part of it is like the more AI evolves, the more what makes us human is going to be even more attractive. And there's going to be scarcity of that because we're seeing more and more ads with AI models. We are seeing more and more people use AI to post on LinkedIn, on Instagram. Like I'm losing people's tone of voice. Like I'm seeing carousel posts with the same ChatGPT tone of voice, when in the past you would see clearly like this person has a very bold tone of voice, this person has a very kind, this is like I used to hear people's personalities in their content, and I'm losing that more and more. And I think we're going to see more and more people like we're going to feel like we're entering social media and everything is AI, right? And then what makes us human is going to be the things that actually makes you stand apart from other people. And a client of mine actually asked me about this recently because this client had a little bit of a fear of being replaced by AI in this person's job. And I said, it's a very valid fear. I don't think we should close our eyes towards that very real possibility. However, in the end, you're gonna have to go back and look at why do people want to work with me? What makes me valuable to work with? What makes me someone that people should work with instead of going to AI or instead of going to someone else, right? And there are those aspects of what couldn't AI replace? That's the reason why someone would still pay high ticket to work with you, all right? So inner marketing and inner content, I think what makes us human is something we're gonna have to show more and more and more and more, because that's what's going to make you stand out. That's what's going to make you different than everyone else out there, all right? It's going to be everything that shows your humanity. And because it's very easy to fake your Instagram carousels or LinkedIn posts, and soon video content is going to be good enough that we're not going to be able to tell a difference anymore, right? Not yet. Now we still see the difference, but imagine 2 years from now, right? So by doing the act of making a vlog or a podcast where everything is spontaneous and there's no script, there's no preparation, it's in the moment, it's going to be harder to fake it with AI, but most importantly, it's going to be harder to fake your personality and fake that you are a true living embodiment of what you are preaching, right? If you are spontaneous, if you are not writing a script, if you are literally talking randomly, that's going to be noticed. People are going to notice that. And that means you can't fake anything. If anyone can write a really good podcast script, or anyone can write, content for LinkedIn using AI, but not everyone can show up in real time and show what it's like to be you and how you apply everything you teach other people onto yourself, or show your personality or the parts of you that makes you someone that people want to work with, that people trust, that people like. So I think, even though this idea from the vlog series was intuition in many ways, and it came from a place of excitement and wanting to go deeper beyond this podcast, I also think it's a deeply strategic choice. I think it's anything that is allowing my audience to truly connect with me as a human being and as a leader, most of all. Because my vlog is not about, it's not about my private life, okay? It's not about what I do in my free time. It is about my leadership, how I lead myself, how I lead my business, how I lead my team, my reflections on what it's like to be an entrepreneur, taking you behind the scenes. It's not going to be a private life vlog, right? So I'm showing you in real time how I think and how I reflect and how I am. Just like I am with you right now. I do very few edits in this podcast. And I don't really prepare, besides thinking in my head what I want to talk about. Don't really prepare. Sometimes I'll make a few notes of what I want to say, but usually I don't. And I don't know if that makes the podcast better or worse, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not trying to make it the best. I'm trying to make it the most authentic and true to me. Because if it's authentic and true to me, it's going to feel authentic and true to other people. And it's going to connect to my audience, right? Much better than it will if I just read you a script or I just prepared every single detail. So what did I want to say with this podcast? I want to say that I hope you sign up for my vlog series, The Radically Aligned Entrepreneur, and watch the first vlogs that are currently out. You'll get a new vlog every single month to your inbox, because this vlog is not going to be published publicly on YouTube. It's behind, like it's locked. You have to sign up, because I wanted to keep this intimate. I wanted to keep this intimate only for you who want to watch this and who want to be a part of this. And so I hope you do that. And when it comes to your marketing and your content and everything you're doing in your marketing, like, you don't have to create a vlog. You don't have to show everything and like challenge yourself to the edge like I'm doing with my vlog. But I really do encourage you to think about how can you shift your content and your marketing to show as much of your personality and your humanity as you possibly can, in a way that AI can't copy, other people can't copy. Like, you need to make sure that your business and your offers are AI proof, future proof, recession proof. Like, you should sell offers that people will need no matter what. And if you're not, we all have to evolve our businesses, our marketing strategies. Some things that are working today will not work 2 years from now. Just like some things that used to work 2 years ago is no longer working today. So pay attention to the world around you and see the patterns of like, where are we heading? But truly lean into your humanity and the reason why someone would pay $20,000 to work with you instead of using AI, instead of going to someone else. Lean into that and show more of that in your brand and your marketing. All right. Thank you so much for listening, or if you're watching this on YouTube, because I also want to remind you that I do make a video version of all of these podcast episodes, and they're on YouTube. So feel free to follow me there, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.